बने न शूल राह की, बढ़ाए बेल प्रेम की अखंडता की चाह की। सद्भावना से ये चमन निखार दे, सद्भावना से ये चमन निखार दे। स्वयं सदैव सुंदरा सवार दे। उठे समाज के लिए उठे उठे, जगे स्वराष्ट्र के लिए जगे जगे। स्वयं सदैव सुंदरा सवार दे, स्वयं सदैव सुंदरा सवार दे।
Thank you, everyone. Before we begin, I would like to read out some rules once. Participants are required to keep their video off. Please do not present the screen during the webinar. If you have any questions during the webinar, please type it in your chat box. We have set aside for the questions towards the end of the webinar. Without further delay, our volunteer Prakshal Vakharia will introduce our speaker for today.
Mrs. Preeti Rao is an assistant professor at Nagindas Khanwala College, Autonomous, Malad, Mumbai. She is successful in branding the college and career development cell. She is also experienced in MIRC Electronics Limited and Netaji IAS Academy. She is having many achievements in education in her life, like MPhil, MA, and BA in history. She is also a coordinator of in Bachelor of Arts like Multimedia and Mass Communication, Career Development Cell, ISO Internal Auditor. She is managing a team of 15 lecturers and she is also a visiting faculty in Nagindas Khanwala College. From August 1996 to 2001, she was a lecturer at Women's Christian College, Chennai. Then in 2009 onwards, she was a resource person and took a workshop on History Comes Alive for school teachers in various cities. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you very much for the introduction. I'm very much part and parcel of Nagindas Kanwala College. As I said before, I would like it to be an interactive session, and since my session follows yesterday's session of listening skills, I'm sure that all the NSS cadets who are here on the platform will be practicing what they learned yesterday. I do want to thank the NSS division of our college and the English department for having me here. What I will be doing, students, I would suggest that you all have your earphones with you, because on and off, as I'm going to be showing my PowerPoint presentation, I have some videos also which I wish to share with you. So I will be on and off also doing that. And in case you're not able to hear me or hear the video when I'm playing that, do unmute yourselves and let me know. Because if you put something on the chat box, I'm going to request the NSS volunteers for today to let me know that there's something, that there is an issue. Right?
Sure, ma'am. Sure.
Thank you so much, everyone. I hope you can see my screen and you can hear me as well.
Yes.
Do you recognize the person that you see on the screen? Do you recognize this person? Let me tell you, she kind of, I love music. I can't sing, but I love listening to old songs. Older than who I am. So you can see, how ancient I am. So she became an internet sensation, students. Her name is Ranu Mondal. Okay. And she was found on West Bengal railway station one day singing an old Lata Mangeshkar song. And this was, random, just another person. It could have been you also walking on the railway station. He captured her song and put it up on social media, and she became so famous that she even appeared with Himesh Reshamia in various reality shows. Just so that you will know what she did, I'm going to show you the video. But before I do that, I therefore have to get out of my presentation and change my uh,
Ma'am, voice is
It
not
isn't
coming.
audible, Preeti. Is something playing, Preeti? It isn't audible. Is it audible to the others?
I'm going to play a video. Can you all
No,
wait?
ma'am.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can
Yes,
hear
ma'am.
you, but
Yes,
we
yes.
couldn't hear
Okay,
her.
Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
So
Yes, ma'am.
now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try playing it. If you can't, then tell me whether you can hear it or not. Okay.
All right. If your audio is playing again, Preeti, we can't hear it.
Yes, ma'am, we
No.
cannot hear you.
Ma'am, you can share that link here in the chat box so that student can hear.
Preeti, we can't hear you either now.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I have put it on the chat box. That's unfortunate, really. But then, yeah, please have a look at this song. You will
Yeah,
know
we'll do
why
that.
she became an a national sensation.
Okay. Are you giving us 2 minutes to look at it?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes,
We'll
ma'am.
do that.
All working
Let
it
me know
proper.
just a 30-second clip.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, Isha, you could, but I'm wondering why it was not. Let me now try. Let me now try.
एक प्यार का नगमा है मौजों की रवानी है जिंदगी और कुछ भी नहीं तेरे मेरी
Yes, it's playing now.
Working.
कहानी है एक प्यार
Yes, I
का
can hear it, Isha, and I'm sure the others can as well. Thank you, Isha.
मौजों
Yeah, you
की
can stop it now.
रवानी
You can stop it now. Yeah, thank you so much. So this was the song that went, and Isha, thank you so much. I think I'm going to keep asking you to help me on this. Thank you so much. So this is what, got her there. And I'm going to go back to my presentation. See, however, social media is powerful. Finally, you do need the internet. You need human intervention. I think that's what Isha has proved to all of us. Yeah, so you can see this. This is what she did. I hope you can see my screen.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, so social media, this is the power of social media, that it can make people an international and a national sensation overnight. But it's the same social media that can bring you down as well. Because, as she was enjoying her fame, there was once a fan who touched her back and said she wanted a selfie with Ranu Mondal. And Ranu Mondal replied this way, "Mujhe touch mat karo." She was so angry. And this also, students and the participants, I want you to know, it went viral across, that people who put her up on a pedestal quickly brought her down. And that, students, is again the power of social media. It can make you, it can break you as well. Right? So we need to understand its power. Now, let me tell you about something that happened very near our college a few years ago at Malad. And let me tell you what happened, students. A video went viral on Facebook. I'm not going to waste time and show you this YouTube link. Or maybe I am going to paste it after I explain to you. Isha, I hope you can very quickly, I will paste it. First, I will tell you the context of it. You see a lady out there with a little baby. You see what happened was, she put this video on Facebook which said how insensitive the police was, because here she was with a 7-month-old baby inside the car. She was breastfeeding the baby when the police, without even looking at this, decided to tow her car because it was just parked for a few minutes in a no parking zone. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try pasting this link, and I'm going to ask Isha to maybe just share it.
Yes, ma'am.
There you go. I have pasted it there. If you could please, I will stop presenting, and if you could kind of show that video.
ये गाड़ी में लेडीज बैठी है 7 महीने का बच्चा लेके, और ये लोग टोइंग करके लेके जा रहे। ये है राणे साहब, शशांक राणे। गाड़ी में लेडीज बैठी हुई है, गाड़ी में टोइंग चालू है। शशांक राणे करके ट्रैफिक हवलदार। अरे राणे साहब, गाड़ी पीछे आप टोइंग कर रहे हो, पीछे लेडीज बैठी है बच्चे को लेके गाड़ी में। राणे साहब, आप गाड़ी टोइंग कर।
Yeah. You see, and Shashank Rane, students, he was suspended for what had happened, because this video very clearly talked about, how he was so insensitive to her. That is the power of social media. But hold on. Soon after that, the very social media posted a totally different new video. This time it pointed out, students, to this one man holding the baby, and then it emerged that this family had parked the car next to a pharmacy, which was absolutely a no parking zone, because there was a hospital also nearby. And when they found, the husband found that the towing machine, the car had come to take away his car, he quickly told his wife to jump into the car and take the baby from the relative, so that the police would be dissuaded from towing the car. Okay, this is what exactly had happened. But what did we first see? A video which showed the police as being insensitive. But it was the new video that emerged. We got to know the real story about how they were trying to harass the police officer, and that poor Shashank Rani students was suspended for 2 weeks till this new video emerged. So this is, what happens with social media. Social media gives us a lot of information. Now, the person that you see on screen is a respected politician, Dr. Ajay Alok. He belonged to a political party, and he had tweeted, in fact, I'm sure many of you must have also got that WhatsApp message, that our national anthem, Janagana Mana, has been selected by UNESCO as the best national anthem in the world. And as Indians, we naturally get extremely proud and we want to share it immediately. Only thing is that it was a fake piece of information. Okay. Now, in 2018, children, in West Bengal, Kolkata, one newspaper called Siliguri Mirror put it up on its online version that there was this raid in various hotels. In Mumbai also it happens that the corporation is very concerned that hotels cook food that is healthy and it is cooked in clean places. The kitchen is clean and sanitized. So these kind of inspections are very, very normal in a city. So when such a raid happened in a hotel called Ashoka, they found dog meat. Okay. And this piece of information came online, and please note, students, 27,000 times this news was shared. Okay. And it went viral, so many comments that Calcutta went on a panic mode. Almost everybody came onto the streets to protest. But finally, students, they found that this piece of information was fake, and that this particular photograph just with the dogs hanging was traced to a very, very old picture that emerged from Vietnam, right? Look at this picture. I want you to read, I want you to note the date. The date is December 13, 2020. This person has posted this saying, Banda Malik Ambani ke pote ko dekhne अस्पताल पहुंच गया, लेकिन किसानों के मिलने का समय नहीं है, जो 17 दिन से ऐसी ठंडी और बरसात में खुले आसमान के नीचे बैठे हैं. Okay, a picture like this with Narendra Modi ji and the Ambanis, that is Mukesh Ambani and Neeta Ambani, and what a picture is that is given out, that we have a leader who is absolutely insensitive. Look at the message, and I want you to note the year. Fine. Absolutely fake news. But don't believe me. I want to now demonstrate something on how, students, you're all NSS cadets. One important thing that we must know is, it's very easy for us to press that button, become trigger happy, and just send off things out there. But that's not how one must do. I want to show you how does anyone know how you can identify whether the news that comes on WhatsApp is fake or not, particularly photographs like this? So let me just tell you how we can go about it very quickly. Okay, I'm going to be showing you my screen. I think you can see my screen. Okay, now I'm going to find out whether that Ambani picture, I told you it was fake. So I am going to go and find out whether it is a fake or not. So I'm going to Google Images, and can you see there is this icon, camera icon. So I'm going to click on that, and this particular window opens that says upload a file or drag an image here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to upload a photograph. Okay, I've already got the picture. So it is this hospital picture which I'm choosing, and I am clicking here. I'm uploading that picture, students. Okay, and I'm going to say find the image source. It's very, very simple. I think you can now see my Google search. It has come. And look at the date here. PM Modi, this picture is associated with this news. PM Modi inaugurates HN Reliance Foundation Hospital. Note the year 2014. So this picture, this photograph surely was taken, but it was taken in the kind of, and very, very, very quickly see, because these things are available on net. When you get these kind of pictures, double check, double check. You've got to be aware that while social media does do a lot of good. It helps you do your assignments. You can Google, you can connect with lots of people. And now Chat GPT has also come. I think all of you, do you all know what Chat GPT is? How many of you have heard of Chat GPT? Okay, if you have not heard, I will talk about it on another day today. Okay, some of you have heard about Chat GPT. Now that's a dangerous artificial intelligence that's available, that even will convince a husband that he's not in love with his wife anymore and that he should marry the artificial intelligence. So that's how dangerous social media has become. So did you all get how you can, identify fake news? Yes, no? Can I have it on the chat box?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. 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 Thank you all. So next time, before you share something that is, pointing a finger at somebody, students, please check the verification of it. Okay. Please check, particularly when it is negative piece of information. And this poor man who was suspended, thank God the new video emerged. And this also, as I told you, was a fake photograph, misused, unfortunately, just for sensationalism. Once again, please note this photograph, December 13, 2020. The actual photograph was taken in 2014. Yeah. So verify, NSS team, before you share. Be careful also what you post on social media. 2009, let me tell you what was uploaded on YouTube. Okay. Now the two people you see on your screens were the culprits. This man did that demonstration and this woman took the video with a running commentary. You know what was uploaded? I don't know how many of you eat Domino's pizza, but don't let me be the one that stops you from eating, because please listen to the complete story. He, what was uploaded, he took parts of the pizza and rubbed it on different parts of his body, and he packed it as if the pizza was going out for delivery. I'm not going to be, the video, children, is not available anymore on social media because it has been withdrawn. But what he did was he put pieces of it inside his nostrils, he rubbed it on his private parts, and then put it into the box. This created so much of a furor in America that the top person had to appear on all major TV channels to apologize, and they even clarified that this entire thing was a hoax. Yes, these two people did that, but they never sent it out to delivery. They were just having their personal fun. But this personal fun became too serious because they put it out on YouTube, which was being seen by so many other people who didn't realize that this was a hoax. Definitely they lost their jobs and nobody else offered them a job again in America. So that's what happens when you do such things. And another thing that I want to tell, I think, how many of you want to visit America, maybe to study or maybe to visit? Are there people out there who, your family is in America? Anybody? Any of you wants to visit America? Yes? No? I can't see your chat boxes, so I need you all to unmute and tell me now.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, to study or maybe to visit your family members. Children, I want you all to know how many of you are aware that since 2017-18, you know, when you are applying for even a tourist visa or you want to visit there, in the application form, they are asking you for your social media handles. They want your social media handles because before they even call you for the interview, there is a team out there checking your social media presence, students. They want to know which community you are part of on Facebook, on Instagram, on Snapchat. Are you a person that America approves of? Are you a person who is extremely communal? Are you a person who, you know, trolls other people? All of that is checked, students, even before you are called for an interview. So we must be extremely careful about what we do and how the social media perceives us, right? Therefore, it comes down to etiquette. So etiquette in the normal circumstances, we all know what it is, you know, being polite to each other, you know, throwing you know, using the dustbin, saying please and thank you, opening the doors for senior citizens and helping your parents or your teacher carry something heavy. But today we are discussing netiquette because now I think out of 24 hours, all of us are spending at least 8 hours, you know, or at least on an average in a week, we are spending about 10 to 12 hours on the net. So net meaning social media. I'm talking about WhatsApp, I'm talking about emails, I'm talking about, you know, Google Meet conversations. So all of this is covered by netiquette. How do we conduct ourselves on these platforms, right? Now, all of us, I'm sure, want a job at the end of the 3 years or the 4 years, 5 years that we spend in college. Lot of what we do, students, whether it is going abroad or our, you know, we are sending away our resumes to a company, please note that what we are doing is getting red flagged. You see, all of us might want to go to America, but only 5 people will go. So they're looking for reasons why they should refuse you a visa. Thousands of us are applying for 2 or 3 vacancies. So when we send our resumes, the employers are looking for reasons why they must reject resumes. You get that? It's more a question of rejection rather than selection. And social media presence of ours plays a big role in whether we are getting rejected or we are getting selected. I don't know how many of you heard about the P Gate. Yes, no, please, if you can unmute. You know what happened in Air India sometime in November 2022? You recognize the person you see on the screen, Shankar Mishra?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you hear what happened on
Yes.
Air India? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay, some of you say yes, some of you say no. So for some of you, for those who who said no, let me tell you, and for those who said yes, just bear with me for some time. You know, this man, Shankar Mishra, works for Wells Fargo. It's an American-based company, students, and it is involved in financial services, and he was its vice president. I'm saying was, okay. He was traveling to India from New York when a senior citizen complained that he became absolutely drunk and that he urinated on her, and he was so drunk he hadn't realized that he didn't go into the washroom. Instead, he turned and urinated on her, and both were in business class, Air India. Now, why am I sharing this story with you is, this story became so viral that even before the case went to the court and to decide whether, he was right or he was wrong, or to even to listen to his version, Wells Fargo has dismissed him because they said they cannot have a person with such disrepute on their payrolls because it's going to directly affect their company image and reputation as well. You get that, students? So what we are and who we are and how we portray ourselves on the media is going to have an impact in ways more than one. In ways more than one. Now, coming to netiquette. Let me get to WhatsApp. Okay, let's get to WhatsApp. Let me share some of our teachers' experiences, children, and I think some of you might relate to it. Please understand that all of us must stay respectful. I have a family group. I'm sure all of you have a family group. Then we all have student groups. Then we have unofficial student group, official student group. Yes or no? You all have official and unofficial group?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
So when we send out messages, we must be very careful which group we are sending that message to. Yeah, and at what time are we posting some messages? Now just look at that. I'm going to read it out. Hey ma'am, मेरा नाना off हो गया. Presentation कल नहीं हो सकता. Okay, suddenly at what time that message will come? 9 p.m. Okay, we can't say anything. That's happen at any time. And at 9:03 you're waiting for the teacher to respond. No response. Message you got na? You're talking to the teacher, by the way. Message you got na at 9:03. 9:07, what next I can do? You're texting, no reply. 9:08 p.m. Ma'am. 9:10, question mark. 9:15, question mark. Then you
Yogita, can
type
you
to your
mute?
friend, she is so rude, yeah. Doesn't even answer. Right? What has happened is you have typed it in the official chat group where your teacher is. Okay. First of all, you shouldn't have been saying your teacher is rude because you have texted her at 9 o'clock. When ma'am is there in college from 7. But you have typed it in the wrong place. So your teacher is like this and you are the whole night like that. Scenario B. Somebody is dead in your family. You have informed college you cannot come. Same day, same night on Instagram, you have posted this picture, having a good jolly time, and your grandfather, poor man, is dead, and you've written, I want to be young forever on Insta. Just imagine these kind of social media fiascos. What message are we sending out? Right? Whoever's on that, can we have them on mute, please?
Yogita, can you mute?
doing the same thing.
Yeah. Or is there something they want to ask me?
Ishka, please mute her.
Who is Yogita English?
Yogita.
Please mute yourself. Disturbing everyone.
Yeah.
Please.
So far, whatever I spoke, do you all relate to it?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you agree with me or you disagree with me? I'm very democratic. Okay, teachers, students, you can tell me, ma'am, you're wrong.
No, ma'am. We agree with you.
Okay. Now, see, I've posted a conversation on WhatsApp. It's 2 turns of a conversation, okay? One is teacher, can you please send me the photograph? And Tanvi, sure, in 5 minutes. That's conversation A. Conversation B. Teacher says, Tanvi, can you please send me the photograph? Tanvi, sure, ma'am, in 5 minutes. Students, please tell me in this conversation A or B, which appears better?
B.
Tell me why. You're absolutely right. Who answered that, please?
Isha.
Please tell me, why do you think conversation B is better than conversation A?
Because ma'am, she had addressed the ma'am with ma'am. And in the first conversation, she had written directly, sure, in 5 minutes.
Very good. Thank you, Isha. Now, Isha, imagine if this was not a WhatsApp message. You're absolutely right. Personalize it. Even the teacher says, Tanvi, can you please send me the photograph? So Tanvi feels very happy, no? My name is
Yes, ma'am.
mentioned. And Tanvi also says, sure, ma'am, in 5 minutes. So in a WhatsApp message, when we are not seeing each other, we must remember maybe we are using a machine to type, but the person who's reading it is human and we love it to be personalized. Correct? Now, if it was a face to face conversation, okay, I can say, I can look at you, Isha, and say, can you please give me the, send me that photograph? I might not even use your name, Isha. And you can also look at me, smile, sure, in 5 minutes. See, so when we are having a personal face to face conversation, the tone, our body language, all of that is visible to each other. Correct? So we are able to understand that each of us is, I'm being personal to you, Isha. Thank you, Isha. And Isha, when you, and I say, Isha, will you be able to, show the picture? Sure. So when we're speaking to each other, the tone and the language and the, all kind of compensates. But when we are using social media, when we are only reading, we have to be extra careful with our P's and Q's. Please, thank you, personalize and say, sure, ma'am, or sure, sir. That is so much, it's, reads so much better, right? Now I'm going to trouble you, Isha, again, because I'm going to be asking you to, let me just try, and I want to see whether this time you all can hear the video. Shall we just try that experiment, students?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, actually, what you do is now you off your video thing, na? That's why we
Just see
can't
if you
hear.
can hear.
Yes, ma'am, we
Yes,
can
ma'am.
hear.
No, ma'am. No.
Couldn't hear me?
No,
Or you
ma'am.
couldn't hear the
No.
Ma'am,
video?
actually the voice is coming and going like that. Like in between it left.
Yeah. It's coming and going.
Okay, that may be because of internet issues. Not so much, but let me just post that to you. I wanted you all to see that 1 minute. It's a lovely video of cop, lady cop dancing in the 1 minute. Let me get there. Let me get there. Isha, I'm going to be doing that. I request you for your help. I've pasted.
मौसमों की तरह तू बदलता गया क्यों है वो इतना तो बता मौसमों की तरह तू बदलता गया
Okay, thank you,
क्यों
Isha.
है
Thank you, dear. Thank you, dear. Thanks so much. I'm just going back to my screen. Yeah. This was this went viral. Even ZTV covered it, but ultimately she got dismissed. She got suspended because she was on duty. She was on duty, and she had no business, even if she danced beautifully, to be doing this inside the police station with the jail in the background. So see, students, while social media gives us, a lot of power actually in the palm of our hands, the timing matters, the place matters, and what we do also matters tremendously on social media. And unfortunately, what we do, even in the confines of a home, once we post it outside, it becomes open source material and everybody gets a hand on it. So this poor lady who never would have expected it. She would have wanted to become an internet sensation, but she got suspended instead. So be careful of what you do. Next, watch your language. It's not always that we can agree, but we have to learn to disagree politely. On social media, a lot of posts happen. You're also on with friends groups and all of that. Debate, but don't hate. And definitely don't use foul language. Do not troll. Please remember that this, what you have written on social media, is going to be there for always. And your future employers are going to check you out there. Are you a rude person? Are you an inconsiderate person? Are you a person who just, makes fun of others and, you're very superfluous, superficial? Are you a kind person? Are you a decent human being? These are things that which we don't even realize is out there on social media for absolute strangers to look and to judge, right? And please,
Yes.
yeah, sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And we need to respect each other's privacy on social media. I think all of you know what happened now. Prithvi Shaw, those who are cricketer, watch cricket. He was enjoying a personal
Yes,
meal
ma'am.
with his friends in a suburban hotel when this Sapna Gill, who's an influencer, troubled him for a selfie not once, twice, but 3 times. And it was the third time that he refused, and she got so angry. She chased him in the car, destroyed the windshield of his car, and then she was thrown into prison as well. Students, no means no, and we can't, just because they are public figures, that we can go and harass them. Also, personal, you cannot just go into my Facebook page and download a photograph. You can't hide a camera in class and take videos of people. Huh? You can it can be treated as being offensive. So these are things that one must watch out for. Another thing in social media that one must be aware of is to avoid unprofessional usernames. Okay, hotmail at hotmail.com, babydoll at gmail.com. Students, if you write like this officially, and I am telling you, WhatsApp usernames, daddy's girl, biker boy, buttercup, and sometimes just an emoticon, right? So these things we must rethink. Maybe in private groups it's okay, but now WhatsApp and all of these places have become official chat groups, right? So we must be careful about our usernames on WhatsApp and also our email addresses. All of us want at the end of our 3-year study a good job. And the mode of selection, children, is now largely become online. Companies say, let's meet on Zoom and let's conduct a meeting on Zoom and let's complete it. Because this way the companies are also saving money and they don't have to come to your college. So we must get prepared for these kind of online aptitude tests and online, interviews, video interviews. For this, definitely students, I'm telling you, the experience is far better if it's on your laptop rather than your mobile phones. The laptop is very good. And now suppose you've been called for an interview and they have told you we are going to be meeting on, Zoom. Make sure that you have already done. Don't ask this question, students. Okay, is it okay if I come on mobile? These questions, it's like saying, you have called me for an interview tomorrow. Is it okay if I come on Saturday? These questions, I really would recommend that we don't ask. Okay. So therefore here, download that app even if you don't have the app. Keep a laptop ready and please practice on that particular platform a couple of of days before. So, you seem very comfortable on that platform, because today companies expect us to be able to understand these platforms, particularly your generation. They are more forgiving of my generation, okay? But they will not be as forgiving as that with your generation. Please make sure that your instruments are well charged, because you don't know suddenly at that point if something were to happen. Okay, so keep it well charged. Now I'm going to show you a video, and this time again, I'm not going to share the link with you all now. Instead, what I'm going to be doing is, you must please tell me if you can't hear the video. Please tell me if you can't hear it. Okay, unmute yourselves and tell me.
So tell me about yourself. Good morning, Madam.
Ma'am, it's audible.
To
Yes,
learn
it's audible and visible.
we are land family Jimidar, and all land gone now. Mother gone, father gone. I'm looking for job. I am completing B from IGNO, civilian engineering. Or Madam ji, my hobby, watching only movies and workouting in gym. So why do you think you're suited for the position of site inspector? Madam ji, I'm old construction. Construction come nature to me. Negotiation, selling, buying land, I can do very well. And Madam ji, I have deep knowledge, Madam ji, deep. And if you keep Vijender with you, you are finished, Madam ji. So what do you think are your strengths? Madam ji, there is one saying in Haryana, देशा में देश हरियाणा जित दूध दही का खाना, मैडम जी. तो मैडम जी, most of the time I lift up all the weight in gym, madam ji. I meant to ask about your professional qualities. Madam ji, I'm professional, but construction is for man. As you can see, no one can mess with me and take me right away, and I don't let them get away. Women cannot do that.
Now, I want you all to tell me what was wrong, what went wrong. Do you think he would have been hired by this lady? Do you think he would have got a job?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Poor English.
No.
Let's forget about the poor English. Now, see, English is not our native language. So, I'm not talking about the poor language. Okay. Thank you, students, for replying even on the chat box. But tell me what exactly, where exactly did he really get it wrong?
He's thinking about woman is wrong.
Thank you, Nauzin. Yes. Yes, his answers, Shubham. You're right.
Less powerful and like that.
Yeah, he was very, without, he was smiling away and all of that, but his, his disrespect for women came out. His disrespect for women, or maybe, his lack of respect, shall I say, a lack of respect for women came out. Right? The other part of it, yes, I mean, his language was not strong. So therefore, he made errors. As a site engineer, maybe his language skills were not being so tested. Definitely today, let me tell you, employers are looking for people who will be respectful of diversity and will be a cultural fit in their environment. And that, students, they can't really check on a half an hour interview with you all. That is why today they are shifting to social media to check your Insta, your Snapchat, And when you get a call from the employers, how do you respond to them? Do you pick up calls when they speak to you? And most of them today connect with you on WhatsApp. So how do you talk to them there matters. You get it? You get that? So now let me get back to that presentation. I am moving a little thing because I know I have time only till 6:30 and I respect your time, students. So I'm going a little, if you think I'm going a little too fast, do let me know. Otherwise, I'm keeping to this speed. So speak slowly and clearly always and be polite in an interview. I'm talking about an online one. And see, students, now what I'm doing, I'm looking straight into the camera. So look straight into the camera and not at some place else, right? And sit in a quiet place. Keep your, let there be a blank wall or something behind you. Because remember, you're taking this interview in your home. And we are talking Mumbai, okay? We don't have the luxury of 4-5 bedrooms. Everything happens in that one space. And your mother has a place, your sister, your father. Right. So if you are not sitting in a place with the wall to your back, your employer might just get to see your daddy walking around or your mummy, exercising, and you can't be just getting up and yelling at them too in the middle of the interview, because your parents also have a right to their space. So you be careful about where you will be seated. Right. Be well groomed. I'm going to show you a very quick clipping on by Bean. Okay, you really let me just mute myself again. And there's not much of a conversation. You know how Bean is. It's more about his mannerisms. But let me know if you can't hear. Right.
And you join us as the royal car winds.
Ma'am, we can hear.
I wanted to give you the context, students. Okay, now Bean is getting ready. He's in a hotel. He's a hotel employee. And he and his team are getting prepared to meet the Queen of England. Okay, that's the context. So all of you also, please remember that you also have to get dressed one day and be camera ready. Watch what Mr. Bean does. I'm not going to show you the entire clipping because it becomes a little awkward, but I'm going to show you as much as that which I can show you. So please have a look. I hope I've always had a good laugh when I've watched it. And I hope that you also find something to smile about there.
And you join us as the royal car winds its way slowly to the front entrance of the Odeon Cinema for tonight's gala performance. The crowd cheers, their spirits undampened by the light November drizzle. And inside, waiting to greet the royal party, are the stars of the film, as well as those tireless backroom boys who really make it all happen behind the scenes.
Okay, so I hope you can hear me now. Um, so student, please,
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
it's an online interview. Be well groomed. Don't get into a spot like Mr. Bean and put out a wrong. And I'm saying this, I want to tell you all children, the kind of photographs that sometimes you give your teacher. See, you're so bothered about your Instagram pictures, your right profile, your left profile, and how you all look. But in the photographs that college requires for your grade cards, you give your first standard diaper stage photographs. Huh? Can you imagine? And that is what your employers are going to have a look also. And there, you wonder where this child was, which child was that staring. And you look at what, I don't know what age you people took that photograph. And then there will be one selfie picture also sent. One selfie picture for your grade cards. And your poor class mentors would have told you 100 times, students, this is not the photograph that you must be giving, but what to do. So keep that also in mind, because that also is your the way you are going to be perceived, right? Yeah. Do not use SMS and WhatsApp lingo. See, candidate A, he has been called for an interview, but he received a mail late, so he is sending a message. Please consider me. I'm sorry because some net problem. I mean, didn't see the mail. Okay. He has WhatsApped this, and I'm not joking. I'm going to show you that Wipro message also. I'm not making up these case studies. Candidate B, due to an internet issue, I was unable to access your mail in time. May I please request you to give me another opportunity to appear for the test? I apologize for the inconvenience caused. Okay. Now, no prizes for guessing. Candidate B only, I mean, would be considered, isn't it, children? Right.
Yes,
Yes.
B is surely going to be given another opportunity. Candidate A, definitely not, right? And I'm showing you this. I told you, don't believe what Preeti Rao says. I'm showing you, children, that this is how we are getting I mean, candidates are messaging companies, and see, it is come up with me. I've scored out the names of this person. Hey, I'm sorry I missed it because I just saw your mail with some issue with my app. Huh? We must avoid this, children. We must not do this, okay? And when you're online also, please be on time. Okay? You can't say I'm sitting from this room to the other room. I can come late. You don't know about net issues. Sometimes your laptop lets you down and it goes on a hanging mode. Okay? So please, allow time for all of this, even when you're on social media. Be careful about body language. Don't keep shaking. I know sometimes we do get nervous. All of us do. So the girls tend to have a habit of flipping their hair and boys tend to shake their legs. Let's try avoiding it and smile, but not this way. Smile at your employer, smile at people across the table or on the other side of the camera, but this don't do. It's frightening. It's frightening. So I've come to the end of it. Social media, use it to your advantage. Okay. And thank you so much, all of you, for your patient listening. I'm just taking your permission now. I took a screenshot of all of you out there. So I want to thank each one of you for being a wonderful audience. And yes, if there is any questions, I'm open to it. But thank you so much, all of you, for being with me this last 1.5 hours.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, actually. Thank you, all of you.
Thank you, Preeti. It was wonderful.
Thank you, ma'am.
I
Thank
think
you,
we
Nita,
needed this
ma'am.
guidance.
I was a
Thank
little
you
afraid.
very much, ma'am.
So, Narsa, thank you for having me. I enjoyed being here.
Thank you.
I'm glad that I didn't overshoot the time because.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, ma'am.
And I wanted to say thank you to Isha, particularly, for
Yes.
bailing me out, and for
No
all of you.
problem, ma'am. It was my honor to serve you.
I think that's the typical NSS response. Thank you.
Yeah, ma'am.
Thank you, Isha. Thank you, Isha.
No problem, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. As the program ends, our volunteer Meeti Shah will propose a vote of thanks. Over to you, Meeti.
Thank you, Gunjan. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
We request everyone to submit their feedback form posted on the chat box. I, Meeti Shah, on behalf of NSS Cell, University of Mumbai, NSS Unit B28 and Department of English of Nagindas Khandwala College of Commerce, Arts and Management Study Autonomous, consider it my privilege to propose the vote of thanks for this webinar. We are extremely grateful to Assistant Professor Preeti Rao for addressing us on this topic. She took valuable time out of her busy schedule to do this for us. I am sure all the participants must have benefited from today's topic, social media skills. Thank you, ma'am. I am also grateful to our director, Dr. Mrs. Ansi Jose, our principal professor, Dr. Moshmi Datta, our vice principal and IQAC coordinator, Dr. Mona Mehta, area coordinator of the Western Suburban District, University of Mumbai, and our NSS program officer, Dr. Vivek J. Chaube and Dr. Vaishali Goreswar, and head of English department, Associate Professor Nita Dhote, convener of the program, Assistant Professor Nandakishore Sonar, for rendering us constant support. I also thank our management, the MKES, for giving us the opportunity to organize this event. I extend a big thanks to all our NSS faculty, as well as the faculty of English department and the students leader for their cooperation. As no program can be success without audience, I would like to thank all the participants too. We hope you have taken a useful lessons from today's session. Thank you everyone for making this event success with your patient presence. Thank you everyone. We request you to please fill the
Feedback form. Please post the feedback form as sir has told now. Chaudhary sir.
In YouTube link also. Thank you, Preeti madam. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Professor, thank you. It's my privilege, sir. Thank you for remembering me and asking me to be part
Arey,
of it.
madam,
I feel very
it's
privileged.
our pleasure. It's our pleasure.
I will leave, sir, with your permission
Oh,
now.
thank you, madam. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Yeah, bye, Preeti.
Thank you, Nita madam. Thank you, Sonar sir.
Thank you, sir.
May I leave?
Thank you to you. Yeah, yes.
Can I leave now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Bye.
Can we also leave?
Yes, once you have submitted the feedback form, you can leave.
Yeah, I have. Thank you.
Yes.
Nice to meet you all.
Thank you, Isha, so much.
It's okay. It's my duty as an NSS volunteer. Bye.
Bye.
Bye everyone.
Thank you, Ola.
Thank you. Bye.
हाँ
करीन आपने
हाँ
मीटिंग एंड करीन आपने
नहीं नहीं रुक जाओ Can I leave this meeting? Over the meeting?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
I have a question.
Yeah, you can leave the meeting.
Okay.
Thank you.
फीडबॅक फॉर्म मध्ये आपलं नाव नाही टाकायचंय.
काय?
फीडबॅक फॉर्म मध्ये आपलं नाव टाकायचं नाहीये.
आपलं नाव टाकायचंय ना.
ऑप्शन
नाही
आहे.
त्याच्यात सरनेम, फादर्स नेम आणि मदर्स नेम दिलंय फक्त ना, म्हणून विचारलं.
Your name is also mentioned over there.
Hmm.
You have to add.
Surname, name, father name, and mother.
हा का?
पहिला तुझी अटक टाक, नंतर तुझं नाव टाक, नंतर बाबाचं नाव आणि आईचं नाव.
पहिल्यांदा आडनाव टाक नंतर तुझं नाव.
ओके. Thank you.
Welcome.
NK college students, if you have submitted, you can also leave.